Hey everyone, I'm Alexis, the Ego Queen. Love me, I know you do. Anyway, welcome to my live stream. Episode what are we on? 14? I think? I'm not even sure anymore. I believe it's 14. So, as you guys know, 8th edition is out. Now, I had a few games of 8th edition. There's a lot to 8th edition. A lot of little things that annoy me. But anyway, I think I'll actually get into it. I want to talk about the games that I've had and the game that I had very recently with the Genestealer cult. And why orcs are fucking broken. But anyway, so I had a game very recently, 2 days ago. I decided to bring the Genestealer cult versus some orcs. Now, in my mind, and in 8th edition land, in 7th edition land, this would have been a very, very, very easy battle for me. Like, I would have just brought 2 subterranean uprisings with the cult insurrection detachment and 2 magoses. And it would have been a very simple, very easy, decisive win for the Genestealers because orcs aren't that good in 7th edition. Oh no, I learned very quickly that orcs are something to be... Orcs are scary. Orcs are back, they're better than ever. For Slashmas this year, Du Bois are here. I am so sorry, that was fucking retarded. Anyway, my opponent brought a list containing flash kits, a big squad of 10 flash kits, a big blob of bikes, a war boss on a bike, and a pain boy on a bike, a blitzabama. What else was in his list? Oh, and 2 units of assault storm boys. His deployment, his army had such amazing maneuverability that even with the subterranean uprising, the cult ambush, I couldn't keep up with him. So let's talk about my list. My list contained 2 rock lobsters, hashtag rock lobsters. It contained 3 groups of acolyte hybrids with 2 hand flamers and a heavy rock grinder in it, and 2 with just pistols because whatever. Now I decided to go, let me try it the same way that I play 7th edition. You know, I also had a patriarch, I had a magos, I had a primus, and I had the banner bearer because the banner bearer seemed cool. Like, I could actually bring guys back to life or give them an additional save. It wasn't quite feel no pain. It didn't have the feel no pain feel to it. It was a 6-up, the guy doesn't die type wound. So I kind of like that. I really actually did really like that. I thought that was pretty cool. So I brought him and I was really excited about him. And I brought a Chimera, and just because I wanted to try out the Chimera. I wanted to try out the vehicles in this edition, but I also wanted to try out some bare-bone infantry. So I went ahead and started doing the cult ambush bullshit. It doesn't work. Nope. I made a mistake. Mistakes were made, and they were made quite badly on my part. I don't even know how to properly describe the way my ass was kicked. Like, it was so bad that I don't know, what's a good comparison for this? It's like what the Swarm Lord did to Marinus Kagr is what happened to me. I was annihilated. So I proceeded to do my subterranean uprisings. My patriarchy my patriarch, came in on one of the board edges, and he was completely useless. And I was just like, yay. My Primus rolled 2 1s and came in on the opposite board edge, and he was useless. The banner bearer came in right with the other acolytes, and I was like, yes, this is going to be awesome. So then I checked, I rolled 5s, which gave them the ability to roll d6 and move that far or shoot their weapons. Now the weapons were all like really low range, so I was out of range, being 9 inches away. But that d6 got me a little bit closer, which then allowed me to assault. Now that was really cool, except the banner bearer missed the assault. And I was like, well, duty cakes. So I was like, okay, that's not too big a deal. I proceeded to completely annihilate his, what did I kill? What did I kill? His flash kits. Completely annihilated them. They seemed big and scary. I killed them very easily. They also were used to bubble wrap all of his infantry. So I was like, okay, not a big deal, not a big deal, not a big deal. Whatever. He went. I found out just how powerful bikes are. And I don't mean the Space Marine bikes, I mean the Ork bikes with the def cannons on the side of them. Not def cannons, but they shot just as much. They shot 6 shots apiece, even on 5s and 6s. My squads were annihilated very, very, very quickly. Then he proceeded to assault what remained of them and killed almost the entire brood of acolytes. And I was just like, oh. Shoot. That's a pickle. So then I was like, all right, I'll just get my vehicles in LOS and fire at them. You know, take a few of them out. Oh, the bikes have 2 wounds now. And I'm just like, are you serious? Okay. All right, well, I'm going to shoot him with an autocannon from across the field. I forgot to mention that I had a sentinel. He had an autocannon. This sentinel was doing work, by the way. He was all the way on the edge of the table doing his job. The Primus got into a fight with Storm Boys. He killed quite a bit of them, and I used one of my command traits to actually make sure I get to swing. And that was really good. You know, I got to swing, kill a few of them, and then he proceeded to clobber the ever-living shit out of the Primus and kill it. No, not the Primus, the Patriarchy, and kill it. And I was like, well, duty cakes. So I was like, okay, how do I win this game? What can I do to turn this game around in my favor? Turn 3 rolled around. Oh, absolutely nothing. I am just completely getting overrun. At this point, I actually lost both my rock lobsters. I lost my chimera. And I was just like, you know what? Good game. Good game. You got me. And that was a very enjoyable game. And I realized what I needed to do for 8th edition. Now, 7th edition was all about min squads and taking as much as you can. Taking advantage of certain points and certain rules. You know, Decurion Detachment, Cult Insurrection Detachment, Gladius Strike Force, Skyhammer Annihilation Force. It was all about taking those things. You know, just taking advantage of formations to get all the buffs that you possibly can. Well, this edition kind of just went, you know what? No, you don't get those. Nope. No. We know that's broken, and everybody has told us that that is broken, so we're not going to include that. And I was like, you know what? I'm okay with that. Now, there were a few things in the game that I was a little bit put off by. Now, I'm not going to say that the system for 8th edition is bad, because literally it's 8 pages of it. You would have to be a moron to misinterpret these rules. And to be honest, it was mad easy. The pickup game only lasted about 30 minutes. Actually, almost. Out of the 5 games I've played so far, all of them have lasted about 30 to 35 minutes. Keep in mind, we were playing only to a 50 power score, and in one game we played 1,000 points. the points and power scores, so long as you're not being an asshole, are actually completely balanced. Like, I thought that was really cool. I was talking to two other players in the store, and after the game, they actually wrote down their lists and wrote down the amount of points that they spend, and they were only different by legit 2 points. So the power system is actually a really balanced and quick way of picking up the game, so long as you're not an asshole, and you're just going to be like, oh, well, this unit's going to have all hand flamers except for one of them who's going to have the power claw, and he's going to be badass. Or here's my knob squad with all power claws on bikes because I'm going to be a dick. And I was happy to see that. Like, as long as you're not going to break it, but you also have to expect your opponent to break it too, so you might actually wind up with the same points regardless. So if you're an asshole, expect your opponent to be an asshole, but if you're not an asshole, expect your opponent to actually play pretty fairly. And I thought that was really cool. So, there was one thing that actually bugged me in 8th edition. Moving through cover doesn't affect your movement anymore. You just move. It's whatever. Certain pieces of terrain have special rules. We agreed that all terrain just does the basic terrain rule, which is just +1 to your save, which I personally really like, that these saves are just +1 to... The cover save is just +1 to your save, which then gets docked by the weapon that's being fired at you, which I really think is really fucking cool, because it makes sense that a las cannon would be blowing right through ruins and killing you. I think that that's really, really, really cool, and it feels thematic. Also, and I did love this, you get to pull wounds away from where you want to. So you can strategically pull wounds away so that you're out of charge range, or you can keep your sergeant and your two power weapons, or your two special weapons, heavy weapons. You can keep those alive. Now, you do have to look out for assassins and snipers. I found out very quickly that they make very short work of characters, and I was really upset by that. Characters with more than 10 wounds can be targeted just like any other squad, but you do have to shoot and move towards the closest thing towards you. When shoot at the how to explain this? You shoot at a unit, but that unit has to be pretty close to you to shoot at. I think that's kind of cool. When you consolidate, if you choose to consolidate, which I think is cool, you can move up to a certain amount of inches away, but you have to move towards the nearest enemy model. Now, my opponent did a sneaky trick with this. He actually put an aircraft right next to my guys, so when I consolidated away, I had to actually move towards the aircraft that I could not hit because it had the special ability fly. I thought that to me, that right there made the game cool, because you can take... I saw the strategy that they were doing when they were making this game. Keep in mind, I did playtest this game before it actually came out. But seeing the finished product, we all know that the patch notes are going to come in any day now. But seeing it and actually getting around to playing it, it was really enjoyable. Now, I know a lot of people are bitching and moaning about, like, vehicles in close combat, like, oh, well, what do they do? What they do is they back their ass up after they make their tiny attack, the little ram hit, and then they try to get out of there, because you don't want guys slamming into your tank. So, like, I know a lot of people like, oh, the monolith is now a Beyblade. Ha ha ha, it spins around to attack because I'm gonna be a cringy... Yeah, somebody in our shop was saying that they were, like, taking their monolith and spinning it around for combat, and I was just like, stop being stupid. Like, just stop. It's to represent that the vehicle has some sort of defensive system. Somebody pops out of the top hatch and starts shooting you. The tank actually runs into you. The tank emits an electromagnetic pulse or an actual electric pulse from it, or some nonsense fluff-related bullshit that it could do. it's one of those things where a lot of people were complaining about this until they actually got down and played it. Now, I really haven't seen my 40K club like full to the point where I arrive an hour early and I couldn't get a table. And I thought that was amazing. Like, I had to actually wait for a table, wait for a game. And then when I finally got to play a game, it was actually really fast. So I was like, yes. I really, really, really enjoyed it. And I thought this game... I think 8th edition is definitely an improvement over 7th edition's bullshit. And I gotta say, I just really enjoyed the game. Now, granted, out of the 5 games that I played, 3 of them I lost. I'm testing the waters. I'm trying to see what works. And now, you guys know I play a lot of games, and I am sort of a tournament player. I'm not a win-at-all-cost player, but I definitely try to build decent lists. So I can tell you this right now, mass blobs of infantry just work. It worked extremely well. Like, I can't even... if you can take a tactical marine squad of 20, do it. Now, granted, you can't, and I know that. You can take 10. Vehicles are kind of meh. I wasn't impressed by them. So I was just like... If they have a lot of wounds, such as a Knight Titan, a Land Raider, or any of the other bigger vehicles, those will probably survive, but against like a squad of boys, any vehicle is going to die. Against a huge blob of gaunts, a vehicle is going to die. Against Genestealers, a vehicle is going to die. But just being able to see all of these cool little rules, these cool little mechanics. A lot of people are going to be spamming invo saves because invo saves are going to be the new hotness, especially like Terminators with Storm Shield. Anything to get that invo save, even if it's a 4-up, because invo saves are not altered by anything in the game. So you don't get the +1 for being in cover to an invo save. You don't get a -1 to your invo save at any point. But if you do get hit by a mortal wound weapon, which is the new way of doing D weapons, they go through the invo save. I think that's kind of neat a little bit. Like, a lot of the weapons that are going to shoot at Terminators are now just going to flat out kill them instead of, other weapons are just going to bounce off of them. Bolters can actually hurt Terminators now, taking their 2+ and making it a 3+ for many of the weapons in the game. I'm not going to say bolters. I'm going to say just many of the more basic weapons actually make Terminator armor not worth taking in some cases. In other cases, it's actually incredibly good. Multiple wound models are incredibly good. Tyranid warriors in most countries are actually sold out right now. And by most countries, I think 2 have sold out. So, that's most, right? Yeah. I mean, if we go by orc logic, like, this is a lot. So, that's most. And now I painted my hand purple. Can't see it. I do like the minuses to armor saves. They're very quick and easy to do. It's just like, hey, I need a 3-up to hit you, but I moved with my heavy weapon, so I need a 4-up to hit you. Okay, I roll, I get a 4-up, I hit you. What is your toughness? I'm toughness 4. Well, this weapon's strength 5, so I wound you on 3s. Okay, roll, boom, hurt you. Okay, now this weapon gives a -2 to your armor and does 2 damage. Well, a -1 to your armor and does 2 damage. Okay, roll 2 instead of the 3-up. Well, now you take 2 wounds and you are either dead or you took 2 out of your 3 to 5 wounds. And I think that's incredibly easy to do. Like, it beats the whole roll to hit, re-roll to hit, because bullshit. Roll to wound, re-roll to wound, because bullshit. Okay, you hit your opponent. He's got a 2-up re-rollable save and a 5-up feel no pain. And if you don't believe me, Captain Smashfucker did actually have that. Like, he had a re-rollable plus all of his bullshit plus And I ran the guy. Like, I ran two of them. I ran Betty White, who ran with my sister a battle and made Celestine indestructible. And I ran it with my normal Space Marines on a bike when I took probably my biggest army list ever, which is multiple bikes. But yeah, I'm really enjoying 8th edition. The missions are pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Objective markers are gone. I'm actually disappointed because I just picked up a second box of these like 3-4 weeks ago. But I picked them up dirt cheap. They were 50% off. And I think when I do like campaign games, we're going to still use these along with the old supremacy objectives and all the other missions in the other books from 7th edition. We're still going to use a lot of those rules and just go from there for special missions and whatever. Because this edition is friendlier. And I think that's really, really, really cool. I think like it opens up 40K more to newer players. It's when you hear 157 pages of rules, you're just going to be like, yeah, I don't want to play that. That's stupid. Yeah, no, that's stupid. But a new player hears 8 pages of rules. They're like, all right, that's like 20 minutes of reading. I could do that. And then you pass them like a 500-point list, because everybody just has a spare 500-point army. This is things that happen. Once you break 1,500 points of 40K stuff, you have an additional 500-point army, regardless of what you're doing. I don't know how it happens. It probably just grows out of the floorboards. But, you just get a secondary army. It's like, you bump into an orc one day, the fungus, the spore stays on you, and then it goes into your floorboards, and boom, you have an orc army. Shit just happens. We can't control it. It just happens. I think it's just really cool. And I like where GW is taking the 3 games currently. We have Shadow War Armageddon, which has its own rule set and is a lot of fun, except for Space Marines. They fucking suck. Then we have 7th edition and is still continuing with the Horse Heresy game, which I think is really cool, especially with all of the fucking announcements. Like, all of those Sakaran tanks with the multitude of different turrets for it. I thought that was so cool. Like, that was so badass. Especially the one with the Scorpius. Like, yes, please. It has a Scorpius missile launcher on it. I want that. That, to me, is dirty, and it is sexy as fuck. I want that. I want it painted pink and purple, and I want it for Slaanesh. Or better yet, I actually want it painted white and green for Death Guard. Oh man, there was so many cool things about this edition that I really enjoyed. And I'm going over my army list. I'm going over all of my vast collections. I have 10,000 points of Space Marines just sitting on my table. I have my 15,000 points of Tyranids. I went over them, and Warriors are the new hotness. Swarm Lords, new hotness. I actually played a game the other day. I used a drop pod to stand in for the Tyrannocyte, the Pinecone Testicle. Hashtag Pinecone Testicle. I dropped it down, cast Onslaught on the Swarm Lord himself, moved him up 5 inches. Then I actually got the Assault in on a Knight Titan. The Swarm Lord in 1 round of combat, by the Dice Gods, and I swear, by the Dice Gods, no strategy involved in this, actually killed it when he ran in to attack it. I thought that was amazing. Now keep in mind the Knight Titan was already injured and had half its wounds left. But still, for a Swarm Lord to run in and be able to kill a Knight Titan, yes. That, to me, is awesome. Just, yes. I really like where the fluff is going in 40K, and I thought I would touch up on that as well. Currently, right now, we have the Devastation of Bel. We have Gilliman actually saying that he not hates, but he does not like the Primaris Marines, which I think is cool. He calls them like the bastard children of Khal, or the heretical children of Khal, or some shit like that. I thought that was really cool. I was just like, yes, that's That's amazing. Like, he doesn't like them, but he knows that they're necessary. He hates the fact that the ecclesiarchy exists, and now the Sisters of Silence are worshipping him as a god, and he's slowly using everything as tools. Sounds an awful lot like the Emperor. I think maybe he's finally seeing things from the Emperor's point of view. And I think that's really, really, really cool. Also, if anybody wants to just ask a question, interrupt me right now in the middle of, the rant in the beginning, you can donate using the super chat function. It helps support the channel and everything. It means the world to me, and I'll answer your question right in the order that I get it. Anyway, back to the current state of the fluff. We have the Repulsar tank. We have two more tanks coming out along with it. We have multiple books coming out. We have all of the codexes. We knew those were coming. We have the Imperial Armor books getting reprinted, and they're 15 pounds. Like, that's ridiculous. 15 pounds for an awesome book. A book that I'm probably going to order over any other of the indexes. Like, I'm going to order the index that has the Tyranids and the Genestealer cult and the Orks in it. And then I'm going to order the other one that has the Space Marines in it. Then I'm just going to order the 3 from Forge World. Because, yes, please. One of them has the damn repressor in it. Which I think I hate, because I actually need Imperial Index number 1 and Imperial Index number 2. Because I have to get the one for Sisters of Battle, and it also has IG in it, because now I need those for the Genestealer cult. It's a pain in the ass. But, we have a lot of cool shit coming up. I'm going to be doing, I built up the Sisters of Battle, and I actually do want to show you guys very soon, coming up in a new video, all the new Sisters of Battle shit that I got. Now, when I do the reveal video, it's not going to all be painted because, well, I just have not had the time to paint it. I've been very busy. And then I'm going to go over my thoughts on the Space Marine army and where it's sitting now, and that's going to be in a future Rants and Rambles. Then I'm going to go through with the Tyranids as well and do, once I get the indexes in front of me, I'm going to be doing videos about them as well. I actually might do them way sooner than that. I'm probably going to be doing them tomorrow morning, probably tomorrow night, because I know myself in the morning. I'm not a morning person. It takes me like 2 hours to do my hair and makeup. Not fun. And yes, I am wearing a lot of makeup. I know it doesn't look like it, but trust me, it's a lot. But I can't wait for all the shit that's coming out. We have the new indexes, each different codex for the Space Marines coming out. We have new vehicles coming out. We have the chapter approved book, which is going to break down each of the chapters and give them their own unique rules, along with maybe the hive fleets. I think that would be kind of cool. And maybe like, maybe the other factors, the other orders are going to get them as well. Now I'm going to answer this question. How long will it be until we get Chaos Primaris Marines? Primaris Marines probably not falling to Chaos. They have several things in them that makes them heavily warp resistant, including multiple new organs and even something along the lines of somehow blocking the abilities of the warp. So we don't really know what's going to happen with them. But Chaos Space Marines don't need Primaris Marines. They have cooler shit than the Primaris Marines. Like, the Primaris Marines are cool because, they're bigger, they're stronger, they have better weaponry. Oh, that kind of sounds like the Rubric Marines. Tougher, better weaponry. Kind of sounds like the Plague Marines. Tougher, better weaponry. Kind of sounds like the Slanesh Noise Marines. Faster, with weapons that ignore armor. The Cacophony. They're so fucking cool. Or the Khorne Berserkers. Chaos has always had something to match the Primaris Marines. It's just that the Marines had tactical squads, which Chaos have. The Marines had Stern Guard, which Chaos did not have, but they had Chosen, which is the equivalent of the Command Squad for 7th edition, if you didn't take the Apothecary and shit. Just the multiple weapons. The Rhino is the match to the Rhino. So now normal Marines are getting something that is their own cool shit. They also have the Obliterators for Chaos. They have freaking the Mutilators, Demons, Demon Engines, Forge Fiends, that one jet that's really cool. Not the Helldrake, but there's a jet on Forge World that they have that the Marines can't take, and I think that is awesome. Now, what do Marines have that Chaos doesn't have? Well, very little. Centurions, special characters, chapter tactics. That's about it. Cyberdong plus Pinecone Testicle equals 5 ship asks. Yes, it does. Why do you think Remlights won't fly near a high fleet? No, but we know we're going to be getting all different battalions. We're going to be getting different high fleets. We're going to be getting different chapters, different orders, different guard regiments. Thank you, brain. I've been thinking about that for like 10 minutes trying to figure out what that was. But there's all new shit coming out, and I'm super excited for the future of 8th edition. We know that every 3 months they're going to reveal something big and something cool. Oh, that's actually a good question. I will answer that in just a second. But it's really badass to actually see some of the cooler shit that Space Marines have. Like, the actual grav tanks. Like, it's about time that they took out their grav equipment. Because next thing is going to be the grav bikes. We know that they have them. In fact, Samael's bike has been destroyed, I think, like 3 times. But it's the last bike in service. It's like, no, stop it. But it's one of those things. It's probably on Mars. They probably have an STC for it. They probably found one by now. And this is 8th edition. This is 40k. It's up to the writer's discretion on whether or not they want to do anything ever. But I think I'm going to piss off a lot of people by telling you what I'm going to paint my Primaris Marines once I get them. So instead of doing them the Sons of Garrow, which a lot of people are expecting me to do, especially being if you read the Sons of Garrow fluff, which you can find in the Discord down below, a lot of people are expecting me to fill up the companies with the Primaris Marines and just go with that. But I'm not going to be doing that. In fact, I'm actually going to be... It's a funny story for this. But a lot of people are going to be butthurt about this. And I know they're going to be butthurt about this. And I can't wait for the butthurt about this. The salt will be legendary. It'll make me hating Magnus look like child's play. I'm going to be doing them up as the Sisters of Purification, Space Marine Legion, Space Marine chapter from Rogue Trader. Because Gilliman stated that some chapters that have long since been destroyed will be coming back. And there it is. I'm going to be doing the shoulder pad colors with the fist holding a rose. I can't wait for that. The red line down their face. And I'm going to be giving them beaky helmets. Just to annoy people. And I think it's going to be so much fun. And I can't wait for people to get super salty about it. Especially when I field them with my Transnight. Just to rub salt on their wounds. But it's one of those things I find really amusing, and for me, 40k is about having fun with the game, not taking the lore too seriously. I know a lot of people who take the lore way too seriously, Michael. But for me, I look at the lore and I'm just like, alright, this is the established lore up until this point, but anything can happen. In fact, we have books that are in the 42nd millennium. We have books that are still being written that are in the the Horus Heresy. We have books that are still being written in M36. You know, there's an infinite number. The thing that makes 40k's lore so good is there's an infinite number of things that can happen. And anything can happen at any time and affect the grand scheme of things or not affect anything at all. And at the end of the day, it's really up to the writers to do whatever the hell they want. People wanted people wanted the lore to advance, but they didn't want to see Cadia explode. Oh no, you destroyed Cadia. Well, alright, we'll say that it didn't get destroyed and the segmentum still lives. Is that okay? Oh wow, so now you're just going back on your word. It's like, god damn it, you guys are so hard to please. Stop being a bitch. Looking at a certain person. Anyway. But I do want to do... I actually don't know if I'm going to do them as Sister Purification. I might double back and do them as Sense of Garrow. It really depends how I'm feeling the day that I get them. I know I'm probably going to be buying a box set in the future. Probably not right away, as I don't feel that I need it. I do have Death Guard. I've always had Death Guard. I've had 2nd edition Death Guard models that I kept in storage for a few years. I played them back and forth in 5th edition, but I never really liked them, and lo and behold, I have Death Guard now. You know, it's just the way the world works. But I am interested to see how the future turns out. I really want to test new armies, really want to try some new things. Next week, I'm going to be doing my first battle report of the new edition, and instead of like my normal battle reports, where I go, here's the army, here's his army, pan over, music playing, pan back, we explain what we're doing, do the deployment and everything. Instead, I'm just going to set up my tripod, and I'm going to film it from the top view, and it's just going to be a long playthrough of us building the list, building our, getting our forces, picking a mission. It's going to be like a 2.5 hour battle report, and I am sorry about this, but I think it'll be a great learning experience for anybody trying to figure out 8th edition. Like, I'm not going to edit out anything, so... And I want you guys to point out shit that I get wrong. Like, if I get something wrong, I want you to tell me. But we're going to try to get everything down. And so this way, it's a very good learning experience for anybody that wants to learn 8th edition, or who is just coming into the game. This will cause more salt than Logar when the Emperor told him religion was dumb. It always will. It legit will. No, but when I do the battle report, I'm looking forward to doing that style for a few games, and then I'm going to switch back to my normal one once we get the hang of everything. And I think that is a good way of doing all of this. And if you guys like the idea, please tell me that you do. If you don't like the idea, think it's stupid, think I'm stupid, please voice your opinion. I mean, I know you think I'm cute as hell. Just look. Anyway. I'm so full of myself. Go figure. Anyway. You're a dummy. Fuck you, Tracer. I'm really excited for the future of 8th edition. And I know I've said that a multitude of times, but I really, 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 really haven't been excited for an edition change in so long. Like, I've seen 5th to 6th, I've seen 6th to 7th, and I've always seen 7th to 8th. And when I saw 5th change to 6th, it was disappointing. I saw where the game was going. The game was going to power players. And I was really disappointed. And I was just like, alright. And then 6th to 7th, which is really just 6.5. But 6th to 7th, it just made everything worse in my opinion. And I was just like, oh, come on. Like, are you guys even trying? So then they introduced, like, certain things that I could never agree with, like flyers or monstrous creatures jinking. I will never understand a monstrous creature jinking. I don't care any type of logic you have. I come in with a jet, machine guns going, at you. I don't care if you dive down to the ground or wiggle around. I'm going to hit you with a heat-seeking torpedo, if you're made of heat. I'm going to hit you with something that's locked onto you. I'm going to shoot you with a machine gun, and you're going to die. Because these things are just going to tear right through you, because I'm a fucking airplane. Like, and I know, I play Tyranids. I played multiple Hive Tyrants. In one game, I played 7 Hive Tyrants in a casual game because the guy annoyed me. But I was just like, you know what? No, that doesn't make any sense. So I actually looked through the Forge World books and checked how fast a Hive Tyrant actually flies, and how fast a normal aircraft flies in 40k. There is no way, no chance in hell that a Storm Raven would ever miss a Hive Tyrant. Unless that Hive Tyrant legit just smashed through a building and hid. That's it. But if it's up in the air and here comes the Storm Raven, it's going to shoot it down. It's going to kill it. Just saying. And that goes for Demon Princes and other stupid bullshit that flew. Holy cow. Well, thank you. It has been said that Belisarius Call asked Papa G about using the trader stock to create more Primaris Marines, but Papa G said, no, do you think Call is just going to do it anyway, with or without his permission? Holy cow, that is one hell of a question. First off, I need a source for that. I know it's in the new rule book, but I don't have it myself. But I do think Call has already gone ahead and made Trader Primaris Marines, like made them out of Trader Gene Seed. And he's just not going to tell Guilliman, because he doesn't have to. He will never have to tell him, nor never reveal it to him. He could just be like, oh, well, I made it out of Iron Hands Warriors. Those two just sound the same, so, whoopsie daisy, my bad. Also, if he did ask him about the Trader Gene Seed, that means the vault actually opened, which means Belisarius probably ran in there and had a field day. All of that trader stock that isn't corrupted being put into dudes that are for the most part incorruptible. Yes, please. Mm-hmm. I'm also hoping that he actually fused a couple of the gene seeds together to make like it's a mixed gene seed. I can't remember what it's called, but I know it actually has a name. But I want to see like Space Wolf Blood Angels, and I want to see them get both of the fuck ups. Like, I want to see giant wolfen with fucking bat wings that serve the Imperium. That would be the scariest shit in the world. Like, I'm just imagining, like, the Night Lords come running in, trying to scare everybody using terror tactics, and then you just see a pack of those things come running at them, and they'd be like, yo, fuck this shit, we out. That's, nope. Nope. No, that is scary. So, I actually think that Belisarius Call actually just went ahead and did it. Like, he kind of probably has done that all already while Guilliman was asleep and was still finishing it, and then had to wait for him to wake up in order to enact the plan. It was flesh terroriclers. I like that comment. That's cool. That's a good one. Primaris World Eaters. Oh my god, could you imagine how scary those motherfuckers would be? Primaris Blood Angels. That would be... Primaris Blood Angels just sound scary, and we know those are a thing. Primaris Death Guard. Oh my god. A Marine, twice the size of a Marine. That's basically indestructible. Yes, please. Master of sieging and shit. Now, obviously, don't take what I'm saying in full context. It's these are just hypothetical situations that we're talking about. Primaris White Scars. They can't ride bikes anymore. I'm just imagining Jkjk I coming back, seeing the Primaris Marines, and just being like, can you guys ride a bike? And like a Primaris Marine just looks at the bike like it's too small for him. And he goes, alright, they joined our chapter. Last one to the finish line doesn't become a chapter member. Like they all just rocket off. Just leave him in the dust. Ooh, Primaris Grey Knights. Unfortunately, with their defenses against the warp, they actually make for very poor psychers. In fact, probably none of them will be psychers. I mean, I can't say that because it's Games Workshop and it's 40k, so anything could happen at any point ever. But as far as established lore, I don't think that they can become psychers, so I don't ever see them joining the Grey Knights. We're gonna need some bigger bites. I like that. No, give them tricycles. Oh my god, that would be so funny. Like, with them sitting, the wheels in the front and everything, so they're just like, yay! Or give them, like, a wheelbarrow behind the freaking, behind the bike so that they have to actually just, like, sit in there like they're in timeout and just getting dragged along. Now, I do know that they have the jump marines and everything, but whatever. Whatever. That doesn't count. I'm still having fun with the idea that they're just dragging them behind them. Attack bikes are tricycles. They are, but it's more like a World War II bike with a sidecar. It's not a tricycle. A tricycle is more like, well, legit, a tricycle. I know it's weird, but it has two tires on one axle in the front or back of it, and that makes a tricycle. Where a sidecar is actually connected to the axle. Actually, that just made no fucking sense. You know what? Fuck it. Q&A time. I summon thee, ghost.
But I was just taking a shower.
Too bad.
Alright. Start from the top.
Hang on. You are here to read. Oh, well. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go. Q&A time. So I had Ghost go ahead and grab all of your questions from everything that was being read now, and he's going to continue grabbing all of your questions as I answer them in the order that I got them. If you do want to interrupt and ask your question first and be, whatever, and help support the channel, you can use the super chat function, and your question will automatically go to the top of the list. I thank you if you do. I love you guys. Alright, let's get started.
Where's the rum gone?
Where is the rum gone?
Yes, where's the rum gone?
I don't know. Oh my god, Primaris white scars use rhinos as rollerblades. That's awesome.
You just surf on top of freaking razorbacks.
I can see it.
Corvus asked, can I get a hug?
Yes, you can get a hug.
From Sexy Sexy Maggie Magic. Do you want me to read this?
Yeah, go for it.
Will Alexis help me make chaos great again?
I fucking hate you, Magnus.
Will you? You make...
Get out. No, next question.
Do the boys like to crack open cold ones?
God fucking damn it, that meme. I can't wait for just one more week and that meme will be dead.
How do you feel about Magnus the Sunburnt? No, he isn't Magnus the Red, by the way.
Magnus the Sunburnt. That's kind of funny, actually. I could see it. Ironically, Magnus is not the tallest Primarch. Oh, can you read that one real quick?
Would you be interested in seeing the Men of Iron return to 40k and get miniatures? I would.
Miniatures probably not, considering that their weapons can break planets in half, but that might be a spaceship. To be honest, I would have to see what they did in the lore to bring them back. It could be that they left the galaxy and simply came back, or it could be something actually really cool. If they did them right, I would like to see them. Actually, if the Demiurge brought them back and they freaking cloned them to make the squad army again, and they were being led by the Men of Iron, yo, that would be awesome.
The squats of iron.
Yo, that would be cool as fuck. I'm not even kidding.
Zoran would love that.
Yeah, he would.
Alright. Hive ship sex or hashtag send Ariman?
Get out. Hype shit all the way.
Codexes are free this edition, right? Or where can I find them?
Codexes, no, but main rulebook, yes. And the main rulebook contains the 8 pages to learn how to play the game, but it doesn't contain the deployment styles or shit like that. But you could probably find that online. I'm not going to tell you where, but yeah.
I heard Orks sucked. You sure this isn't a case of a good old perfect setup for a shitty army?
No, Orks are fucking awesome this edition. Orks are definitely one of the better armies this edition. You want to read Knight's question?
Yeah, I was gonna wait until you finish. With the new summoning rules, would it be better to spend points on one big mother lover or a swarm of smaller daemons such as horrors and bloodleathers?
Ooh, it really depends upon your opponent. That's the cool thing about summoning this edition is you automatically place them on the field 9 inches away from wherever you want, and they don't scatter. That's how deep striking works nowadays. But it really depends on the opponent. Like, I would personally go for a big guy just because you're summoning in a big guy, and I think that's really fucking cool. But yeah.
How do you bubble wrap orc infantry with flash kits?
He found a way. He found a way.
Life finds a way. Alexis, save Remlay's intro.
What is Remlay's intro?
Now, I'm just waiting for the chat to start screaming it for some reason, but nope. How is the Vindicator in this edition?
I don't even want to think about that Vindicator. He's fucking stupid as hell and can kill every single character on the field. And
I am so happy I have a professionally painted one.
I am annoyed with him, and I'm definitely going to field him in tournament games.
Have you played against the broken-ass Electro Priest yet?
No one in our club actually plays Mechanicum, so it's really annoying because I really want to play against certain armies like that. But no, I have not played against them, so I don't have experience with them. I would have to read their rules, and it wasn't something that I really looked up.
How can we improve the relationships between Alexis and Magnus?
Next question.
The answer is a bolt round to the head. What is your opinion of Gilliman being revealed as a psyker?
Well, all of the Primarchs are psychers. It's kind of common knowledge. Like, they've all been psychers. It's just to what degree that they are psychers.
How far into the lore that came with Ape have you read? Was there any good secrets in there?
I read a little bit. I didn't really have time to read the lore because I was trying to get out as many games as I possibly can to actually learn the game quickly so I can bring you guys battle reports and bring you guys actual, like, experience playing the game. If that makes sense. So I didn't really read the lore just yet. I'm still waiting to actually get my books in, which for some reason did not come with the stupid pre-order, even though I pre-ordered them, and I'm kind of pissed about that. Yeah.
How good are the Death Company in 8th edition?
Any close combat-based infantry are fucking amazing. Considering Power Fists and Power Weapons strike first and deal a shit ton of damage, you're going to have a lot of fun with them. And considering that they can actually take a giant power weapon plus a pistol, they're going to be incredibly good. Especially when they get in close.
How dumb would it be to bring an Imperial Knight with some Grey Knights in this edition?
Not very. I mean, it would be thematic and kind of fun. In any edition, it doesn't matter your army list, so long as you're having fun playing the game, unless you're in a tournament. In which case, you're not having fun playing the game because you're in a damn tournament.
What is this fun in tournament play?
Was that a legit question?
No. That was just me kidding. Are allies in 8th edition? Super Friends.
Super Friends, not really, but sort of. I haven't gotten into that just yet. I will be once I start actually taking armies that can actually take from multiple books. The Inquisition can, and so can, like, the Genestealers. So, I have to look into it myself.
Well, 8th is better than 7th. I'm still seeing the Tau and Inari are still very strong. I am a little depressed about Genestealers being nerfed.
Genestealers didn't really get nerfed, though.
Why aren't they weapon skill 2 plus with at least 5 strength? I think he just wants to be broken forever.
No, they did. Actually, they did take a nerf, but it was kind of necessary. I mean, the first curse touched anything last edition, it killed it. And the Tyranids have enough close combat units that the Genestealer cult and the Tyranids have enough close combat units that the 3+ actually makes sense going over the army wide versus this individual unit.
Nice. In the leaks, I've seen Noise Marines had no abilities to make them go quicker in combat or move faster. Is this true, or did I miss something?
You would have to use... I'm talking older editions where they had the better initiative. So that was my bad. I am sorry about that. But you can actually use command points to make yourself strike first with anything regardless. Or at least strike. Until we get the actual Codex approved book and we see what Slaanesh actually gives, and I'm really hoping Slaanesh actually allows you to always strike first. You know, that way it's Slaanesh should be the counterattacking army.
Slaanesh gives you the ability to make the first move.
Oh yeah, Slaanesh always makes the first move.
Aren't Centurions loyalist obliterators?
No. Obliterators are tech priests and tech marines.
Have cyberdogs on Primaris Marines been confirmed yet?
If they have, they would be about 4 to 5 inches. Slightly bigger than a Space Marines. And yes, if you actually go through my videos, there's a video of me talking with my play group, and we actually measure the size of a Space Marine. The size of a Space Marine. Anyway.
It looks so sad. For the chapters that are destroyed, to quote from the movie Dead is Dead?
No, the Primaris Marines will resurrect them. Also, Primaris Marines contain Gene Seed. The Gene Seed can actually be taken to make regular Space Marines again, and the Gene Seed is more pure from the Primaris Marines than it is from the actual Space Marines, who are currently out in the galaxy, because a lot of theirs have mutated over the years, where the Primaris Marines are actually from the Vault of Terra, which have not been corrupted as much.
Do you think Primaris Marines will adapt to the culture of their chapters or be social outliers?
Well, considering that every Space Marine chapter undergoes some sort of hypnotherapy, either in training or just in general, yeah, they'll probably just fit right in. For most chapters. A lot of chapters will hold their heraldry above all else. Similar... actually, one example would be the Space Wolves and the Blood Angels. But the Blood Angels at this point actually do need them.
With the new Marines being so much larger than the standard, could they get a new class type of larger 1- or 2-handed power weapons?
They took away 2-handed power weapons.
Actually, how's that rule going to work now?
2-handed is kind of gone. From what I saw.
So if I can put it on the model, I can have a guy running around with an eviscerator and a bolt rifle?
Yes. Actually, the funny thing is a model can now fire all of its weapons. So if you could put all of your weapons on, like, a tech priest, it'd be really funny. Like, a tech priest can actually replace his combat weapon with a pistol and take a combi weapon. And he can take his servo harness, which has 2 weapons on it. He can fire 5 weapons a turn.
I'm just picturing a bunch of models just glued with as many weapons as they have.
Oh god, yes.
It's also giving me flashbacks to Overkill, because that one Wolfen model has like 5 different attacks from...
Fuck that guy.
If Call fused Ultramarines in Fists in Primus Marine... If Call fused the Ultramarines in Imperial Fist and Primus Marines, how girthy the stick up their ass will be.
It would be immense. It would be one giant crimson fist. That was a bad joke.
Now you know where the Crimson Fist came from.
It's a secret origin. They were so shamed by it, they went back in time. Said they were created a different way.
Is there a chance Primus could be requited into the Custodes, or could the Custodes receive implants they use?
Considering the Custodes and the Sisters of Silence have no real solid fluff, I don't know, maybe. Like, did you know a freaking Sister of Silence is the same size as a Space Marine? And this is confirmed by multiple pieces of art. And the fact that the models themselves stand roughly the same height, but usually the models are a bad representation of that, but it's kind of cool to see in the official artwork that a Sister of Silence stands the same height as a Space Marine, when they're supposed to be the equivalent of Space Marines. And then you find out in Master of Mankind they were actually made to execute Space Marines.
Actually, a question for me now. How big are the Custodians then? Because when you see them next to Sisters of Silence, they stand completely over them.
The Custodians would have to be about 9 foot tall. About 8.5 foot tall.
Because
so when people say that there's no way the women in 40k can undergo some type of augmentation, you have the Assassins, and now you have the Sisters of Silence, who have definitely undergo something. And don't take down that question from Caldor Drago. I just saw
Which
it.
one?
No.
Which
Anyway,
one?
continue.
Oh. That wasn't a question, that was a statement. Marry, fuck, kill. Magnus, Arorman, and Call.
Oh, God.
The downside is one of them has to live.
Probably marry Call, kill Magnus, and fuck Karn. Yeah.
It was even an option.
Yeah, without a doubt. Wait, who is the third option?
Arorman.
Oh, well, he doesn't have a dick, so you can't really have sex with him. So yeah, I'd choose to have sex with an empty suit of armor. Whatever.
Arorman's not a rubric.
Isn't he?
Nope.
Oh, then whatever.
Though he's pissed off, he turned everyone to rubrics. When will the Discord be popping?
Hang on, the Sons of Garo are in reality all transgendered women. Why would they be that? There's a legion of that already. It's called the Emperor's Children.
Oh, this guy told me to go eat a dick. Go fuck yourself. When will the Discord be popping again? Also, can I still power game with my 1,000 Suns?
Power game with 1,000 Suns is a bit unlikely considering Magnus got fucked. And can only cast 3 powers, which is equivalent to the Swarmlord. And the Swarmlord can fucking own him in combat. Me and Squishy are going on a 2-person rampage.
Angron also wants a hug.
Who does?
Angron.
Angron needs a hug. Actually, he needs to get slapped by his freaking ship's captain again. That was amazing. Did you know there's 2 confirmed Primarchs getting slapped by women?
Because they're the bitches.
Because Angron got slapped by his ship's commander, and then Guilliman, in front of his entire legion, gets slapped by his mother. And Guilliman's mother is 400 years old. And she's just a human who's undergone, like, some kind of crazy shit.
Probably the rejuvenative therapy. Whatever that is, that just allows them to increase their age.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there an age limit for a person to be inducted into the Adeptus Astartes and survive the transformation?
Both yes and no. Okay. So, the way the indoctrination into a Space Marine actually works is never quite gone too detailed in. Now, they do tell you that they implant certain things and the body is better as a child between the ages of 12 to 15, going through puberty. But considering that they give the human all types of hormones anyway, they essentially trigger a second puberty by doing that, which allows all of the other organs to actually grow inside the body and the transplants to be working properly. That being said, you can technically do that to people up to the age of 28 years old, but this is 40K, and in the book Will of Iron, you find out that the Dark Angels actually indoctrinate old men. So, it's really up to the writer's discretion. It's more probable for it to be young men. Although in a comic back in 2001, I think, what was it? The Ultramarines were doing a competition to join their chapters, and that's how they do recruiting on Ultramar. And a woman almost won it. And they have commentary about that. They're like, that would be a first, and the guy just literally just gives him this look like, nuh-uh. But anyway, continue.
What do angry Slanesh sounds sound like?
Oh, you'll find out one day.
White Scars and Sisters rules when?
So far as I can tell, probably around anywhere from a month to 3 months. So, I mean, the book's already been spoiled. We know it's coming out soon. Okay.
How good do you think the Land Raider Crusader is going to be, and how many
Holy shit, Land Raider Crusader has 12 fucking shots from its one Hurricane Bolter. Land Raider Crusaders are almost an auto take.
So your answer on how many would you suggest
I have
for
3.
taking? Of course you do. Suggesting would be taking for a Space Wolf army. It's for Nooble. He wants to know.
Take 3.
He's already got 1.
You can go up to 5 fucking elites in some armies. Take all 5.
Will Elephas ever open the portal?
Maybe.
Are there any characters that have for sure fallen to chaos but could be considered on speaking terms or not kill on sight?
Yeah. Cypher.
Is he still in jail?
It was very vague at the end of the story. I think he is, but he said that he could get out. So it's like one of those things where it's like, I could get out. I'm just not going to right now.
Would an entire Wolfen army be viable in melee be effective?
An entire Wolfen army would be pretty effective, actually.
Are Squigs a separate unit yet?
God damn it, next question.
More people asking what the Slanesh sounds like. How would you go about putting Duke Nukem in the army? I don't know. Are you talking about...
Next question.
Will GW lock the Imperium as split with the Warp Crack, or maybe split the 40K universe that way, and we could wind up with 2 Imperiums? They both could work with their own different cultures.
It's really up to the writers at this point. We don't know what's going to happen.
And we've learned they don't give a shit.
I am not going to do that.
Do it. Do it. They paid you.
I'm not going to do that. I don't howl like a wolf? Oh, okay. Well. No, I'm not even going to go into that. Next question. No.
Rum is the answer. I thought Space Marines were eunuchs.
Say what?
I thought Space Marines were eunuchs. It's more on the fact of
Well,
Space Marines having...
some of them are warrior monks, so maybe.
Angron or Magnus?
Angron.
Did this edition get good like they said it would?
I believe it did. Yeah, I definitely believe it did.
Marry, kill, sex,
Fuck,
attack
marry, kill.
squid. Yeah, but they put it that way. Attack squig, face eater squig, fur squig.
God damn it! Next question.
If Mars made new toys for the Space Marines, does this mean the Custodians will get even more gold toasters?
Oh my god, could you imagine Remley's reaction to that?
The
Next
Cyberdong does not know no chill. Best faction aesthetics.
What do you mean?
I'm probably gonna go with just looks from.
Oh, if it's just looks, I really, 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 really like the Dark Angels. And the Sisters of Battle. It would have to go to the Sisters and the Dark Angels.
Are all the Trader Primarchs Daemons now?
No. Maybe. I kind of forget.
I don't know if I should even bother using Corvus's question they just posted.
What?
Marry, sex, kill, only option ghost.
Well, if I kill you first, I don't have to do the rest.
True. But yeah, we're up to the chat now.
Oh, okay, cool. Alright, so I'm sure people are wondering what the box in the background is. Well, here's a funny story, and I thought I would save this right for the end. So, a very near and dear special little unit of mine, Squishy, sent me a special gift. Inside that box was the Sisters of Silence, along with their Rhino, and 2 other things. Now, I was super excited because he told me he was going to send me the Sisters half of the Towns of the Emperor, along with the box along with it, because I actually do collect the box games as well. So it was actually cool to get the box. I just use them as collectibles. Now, in it, and I honestly can't believe Squishy remembered this, I told him a long time ago that I was a fan of Full Metal Alchemist. So he actually sent me the Full Metal Alchemist's State Alchemist watch. And inside it, well, if it would stop moving, it actually does say what it says in the show, which you can barely see. And I thought that was amazing.
Alexis?
What? Oh, it's Nooble that sent it to me. God damn it. God fucking damn it. I knew it. I knew it.
Was it because it came with the Talons of the Emperor box? Because both of them sent that to you together.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Nooble bought the box and sent it to Squishy. Squishy added his stuff to it and they sent it to you.
Ah, that's why I got confused. Okay, thank you for the quick reminder, but thank you, Nooble, as well. But in it, now keep in mind, I opened this at work. So I had my boss standing right next to me. He gets excited when I open boxes in front of him. So I open the box and I'm super excited. I see the watch and I see the sisters. I pick them up and I see the last thing in the box. A bag of dicks. Oh my fucking god. I lost my shit. And my boss looks me dead in the eyes and goes, "Ha! Second bag of dicks to be opened in the store." Which is true. Like, a week ago, a bag of dicks was sent for him. So we got a bag of dicks. I don't even know how to properly respond to this.
Which one? Oh, the package or the questions people are posting now?
Oh, wait, people are asking questions?
Yeah, I said we got up back to the chat.
Oh, shit, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that was happening during your story. Want me to read off the...
Yeah, sure.
Also, will YouTube be fine with you eating a bag of dicks on camera?
Shit, I don't know.
We'll find out in the future.
Yeah, if my channel gets shut down, well, shit.
Blame Squishy. Will the Primaris be able to join the Deathwatch or Black Shields if they don't fit in with the assumed chapter for those not being
maybe.
number fillers?
Alexis, what did we say about eating dicks on stream?
This one makes me kind of scared. Could an orc breed a squig to be a vehicle orcs walk inside?
More than... Actually, yes.
A squig transport that they can enter internally.
It's called the Gargantuan Squigoth.
I thought they rode on top of it in like a
They
little
do,
thing.
but it's basically the same thing.
The other way they're suggesting it makes it more tyrannid-like.
Yeah. Eating a bag of dicks on stream.
You ate a red one.
I'm a sheep, I say beep beep, I'm a sheep. What the fuck?
It's a online song. If you want, I'll send you a link to it.
No, don't. Please don't. If an orc can loot a Carnifex, can they loot a Space Marine? Probably. Ghost versus the Discord. Who would win? Well, Ghost doesn't have a life, so you can't beat that out of him. Why is Mortarion such a little bitch? Because he loves Kaldor Drago. Can we hear a wah? No, I'm sorry. You want to read that one?
What's your opinion on the possibility of GW releasing new Primarchs in this order, especially since the Loyalists are outnumbered? Lionel Johnson, Fulgrim, Lehman Russ, Angron, and Sanguinius.
Actually, that entire order I agree with. The next Loyalist Primarch has to be Lionel Johnson.
Oh, I feel like they're gonna pull a Russ.
No, they can... No. I like my big gay poet.
We all do. It's just the fact is the first Gathering Storm ended with, and the Space Wolves went into the warp.
Yeah, for no fucking reason.
Would you start a new Orca log?
I want to.
It'll be the movie's Warriors all over again. Gangs of New York.
Oh my god. Swarm missed it. Anyway, guys, if you want to ask any last-minute questions, please ask now. I am going to get going in just a bit. You can join me on my Discord channel. It is in the link in the description down below. Dicks on stream. Is that going to be the quote from tonight? Do you think the Sisters of Battle will get new equipment? No, they pretty much stated that they won't, which sucks ass. But the Imperial Armor books might give them something new.
What about the stealthiest mofo of the Primarchs, Corvus Corax?
He's already back.
Wait, really?
Can you see him?
God damn it.
Any Sister of Battle news? On table, I'm going to be doing a video on the Sisters of Battle very, very, very soon. I promise I'm going to go over their equipment and over their rules. Yeah. Also, ideas for Johnson X Gilliman's ship name. Oh. No, don't do that.
The blue balls.
Well, yeah. No, but think how sad Luther would be. You can't just do that. Man, Luther would be so heartbroken.
Luther would actually then get in shape, look good, try to impress the ex.
Oh my god, I could so imagine that. Like, doesn't wear the top half of his armor and is just always, like, greased up and sexy. And Lionel Johnson is just like, hey, and he's just, like, hanging on to Gilliman's arm. Wow, he's getting nice looking. Shit.
Then the custodians show up and he's like, well, damn.
Man, Gilliman would... Freaking Lionel Johnson's probably in heaven in 40K.
No, he's taking a nap.
Well, right now. I mean, he's building up his energy. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna... Whoa. What is that?
What
Yeah.
one?
Anyway. I'm gonna get going, you guys. Join me on my Discord. The link is in the description down below. Please introduce yourself. Please join. It's a lot of fun, and I love talking with you guys there. There, you can actually join me on games of Space Marine and any video games that I play in the future. Don't be afraid to ask. Anyway, guys, I'm Alexis the Ego Queen. I love you guys. Bye.